नित्यानन्देश्वर समारम्भां नित्यानन्देश्वरि मध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्. I welcome all the devotees, disciples, samajis, satsangis, Srimahans, Mahans, Tanidars, Kotaris, sitting with us, visitors, viewers, devotees, everyone all over the world. Cities sitting with us in two-way video conferencing, having Nayanadiksha, Oklahoma Somanatham, Toronto Kailaya, Tirukailaya Adinam, Houston Kalahasti Adinam, San Jose Madurai Temple, Hyderabad Gupta Kashi, Seattle Chidambaram Temple, Singapore, Singapuram, Columbus, Sri Lanka, Kuala Lumpur Varani Adinam, Los Angeles Arunachala Peetam, Warrington UK, Indrani New Jersey, Charlotte Srisailam, Kathmandu Nepal, Oman Sivagangai, Singapore Singapuram, Ohio Prayag Temple, Guadalupe Rameshwaram. I welcome all of you with my love and blessings. Again, today I am overflowing with temples. One of the wonderful things I discovered yesterday, please understand, it is not just surprising, it was shocking for me. There were few Cambodian temples completely covered by gold. Please understand, there were few Cambodian temples have been gold sheeted. This is too much. Because those temples are not like any temples you see in India, small temples like Tiruvannamalai temple, Madurai temple, Srirangam temple, not like these small temples. Now what to do? I have to tell the truth. They are not like small temples like Chidambaram temple, Srirangam temple. Now Srirangam temple is for 120 acres. It's too small in front of Angkor Wat temple. Whole Srirangam temple is less than one prakaara of Angkor Wat temple. Just one prakaara. How much effort has gone into one prakaara of Angkor Wat temple? Whole Srirangam temple is smaller than that. I did not get any reference. Angkor Wat temple itself was gold covered. But there are few temples at least bigger than Indian temples. See, the largest India's temple is Srirangam temple. At least there are 100 temples in Cambodia larger than Srirangam temple. Understand? At least 100 temples larger than Srirangam temple we have in Cambodia. First, I did not believe, to tell you honestly. But then, the explorers even had bits and pieces of the gold still stuck because the tree has grown on the temple. Under the root of the tree, that gold part, the robbers were not able to pull it out. They pulled out, they peeled all the other part golds. But some of the temples have been dilapidated by the large trees growing on it. So, whatever gold got caught under the roots of the tree, they were not able to peel it out or pull it out. So these explorers carefully removing those layers, they are able to come to a clear conclusion. The purity and the thickness of the gold sheet used to cover the whole temple. Wondering, Cambodia had two traditions. One, the tradition of Devaraja, means the king was a representation of gods, and they were following the Vedic tradition, the Upanishadic truths and the Vedic rituals. But when the king got converted to Buddhism, he declared himself as Bodhisattva instead of Devaraja. That is when the whole civilization started collapsing. Now, I am not against Buddhism. It's such beautiful religion, I love it. After all, it is a branch of Mahanirvani Pita, our own Akkada tradition. But it was too much centered on sannyas. Did not have any place for grihasthas. So, large number of people, when they started becoming sannyasis, the other mechanisms like an army to protect the country, the intellectual army to protect the ideology, all started getting slowly lost. And I tell you, even in India, it's a period we spent under Buddhism. That is the time we are really weakened from inside. The will to live, will to survive got withered away as a collective consciousness. Understand? The collective consciousness of India lost the will to survive. Because Buddhism is so much otherworldly, it's unfortunate. Such large number of people becoming sannyasis, both physical army and intellectual army, both their will to survive withered away from internally. Please understand, Vedic tradition always had a very innate capability to produce physical army and intellectual army, and both of them have been given a dharmic place in the Vedic tradition. Vedic tradition gave a due recognition and dharmic place for intellectual Kshatriyas, intellectual army, and the physical army, Shastra and Shastra, for both. Lot of recognition, acceptance, a dharmic authentication was provided. It is Raja Gurus, enlightened beings who sat in the army camp every day, guided the kings when to start the war, what type of vyuha to have, and what type of spiritual assistance they require in the way of some religious rituals, or giving them the courage, confidence, clarity, understanding, ideologically supporting them, giving them the moral boost. Enlightened beings always had a very important place, even in the Indian traditional physical army with weapon, or the intellectual army, which intellectually protected our ideology. When I see this vast Cambodian civilization, and I should not use that word Cambodian civilization, the Cambodian extension of Indian civilization. There also I saw this, Western historians have done the same cunning game. Dating those temples to 10th century, 9th century, 12th century. I think these fellows don't know anything beyond 2000 years, and they can't think anything beyond 6000 years. Only an Indian mind, Hindu mind, can think about the yuga beyond the time. Only they have the brain to even understand, comprehend time. And moreover, these Western historians, they have again a vested interest that they have to show everything is after them. They will have to show everything is after them, and whatever other reasons they have. They are again dating all these temples in a stupid way in saying that 900 year, 1000 year. We need to know 3 conspiracies Western historians are doing when they are trying to present the Cambodia to the world. They are creating a new words: Cambodian civilization, Khmer civilization. It is Indian civilization extended till Cambodia. Please understand, it's a Vedic civilization. When I am seeing those temples, I can tell you from my own authority, from the authority of the Akashic records, Angkor Wat temples are all at least 3000 years old. Of course, now I will get you a proof also. I am not going to just tell it is from Akashic records, some of my whims and fancies. No. I can get you authentic proofs. I will get it. I am working on it. The whole Cambodia, I can see very clearly based on the sculptures, carvings, the way the whole thing is presented, was not only living Advaitha, they were practicing all branches of Hinduism, all lineages of Hinduism, all sampradayas of Hinduism. Shaiva, Shakta, Ganapatya, Gaumara, Vaishnava, Saura, all the major traditions of Hinduism. There are such beautiful planets, the Navagraha deities, the Navagraha mandalas, such an amazing Meenakshi deity I found in some of the temples. All old temples are Hindu temples. In their original carvings in walls, nowhere you find anything Buddhistic. It's later on, because king got converted to Buddhism, temples were also changed. Forcibly the deities were removed and Buddha statues were put, Buddhist deities were put. 'Buddhism' is a Buddhist deities were put. And the funny thing, there are some temples where they put both. They don't want to remove the old deity, so they put both. There are some temples where they attributed Mahadeva itself, Buddhahood, and Shiva Buddha. They started worshipping Mahadeva's deity itself as the Buddha. But all the permanent large monuments, like a whole riverbed carving, everything is dedicated to Hindu gods, to Mahadeva. But I don't want to get diverted into the small internal fight we had between Buddhism and Vedic tradition. That is our internal problem. We will solve it. But I wanted to concentrate only on this Western historians trying to misrepresent and trying to claim those temples are very recent. Second, trying to break the Cambodian civilization from Vedic tradition. Not telling the truth. It is just extension of Vedic tradition. I am collecting a lot of evidences from Akashic records and the modern day explorers, researchers, their works. There are some neutral explorers. They are presenting as it is without putting their interpretation or vested interests that it should be always shown after Christ era. I think they can't think before Christ era, these Western historians. That is why they put everything as after Christian era. I think the kind of a temple, still I am searching for words when I visualize the Cambodian temples and try to present it to all you guys. If I have to tell in one word, describe in one word the Cambodian temples, it stands as a success symbol of at least few million people radiating the power of Advaitha in their intellectual, emotional, energy level, muscle memory, biomemory and bioenergy in all levels. At least few million people radiated the power of enlightenment and Advaitha in physical, mental, emotional, psychological, spiritual level. These Cambodian temples are just physical evidence and witness of that civilization which existed once upon a time. Otherwise, neither those physical power is possible, nor that kind of a extraordinary visualization is possible as a sculptor. Please understand, as a sculptor, I myself know carving. Tomorrow I will give you some of the insights about these Cambodian temples as a sculptor. From that dimension, I will present some of the facts about these Cambodian temples. I bless you all. Let you all radiate with integrity, authenticity, responsibility, enriching and causing eternal bliss. Nithyananda. Thank you.
Nithyananda Dhyanapitham, Nithyananda Nagar, off Mysore Road, Bidadi, Bengaluru. Phone 08027279999, www.nithyananda.org, www.youtube.com/Life Bliss Foundation.